Alright, welcome back to it, everybody. So today we are doing Mick Fleetwood solo career ranked. And the Mick Fleetwood solo career is a little bit complicated because every incarnation, every project he's had, he's put under a different name. It's not just solely Mick Fleetwood. He went Mick Fleetwood Zoo, Mick Fleetwood Band, Mick Fleetwood's Blues Band, and there are 7 releases here, 3 live and 4 studio, and only 2 of the 7 maintain the same name, like share the same name. So anyway, so we're gonna try to make sense of that, but you can't. So anyway, so number 7 is gonna be Blue Again. This is of course Rick Vito working with Mick again, and Rick was in the 1988 to 1992 era of Fleetwood Mac. Was only part of one recording, or one album at least, album cycle. He was on a couple other tunes, but one recording, 2 tours though, the Tango in the Night tour and the Behind the Mask tour. But since then, him and Mick have worked on and off together for, 33 years, like since that incarnation. And now they're, revitalizing the Peter Green stuff. This is a great release, but I would recommend the DVD even more so, which is somewhere in the collection, but we're talking about the music releases today, so that's why I got this one out. This is just a really great tribute to the Peter Green era. If you like the Peter Green stuff and like the way the Green God played with Mick, Elmore James and all that kind of stuff, and there's all the Peter Green originals, and a couple new ones for the set list. Of course, Rick brings his own material in that. So, yeah, great release. Great mixture of different blues classics and, new school ones. I saw them on a tour after this, like years after, and, they get even better as time goes along. Which brings us to number 6, is going to be Live at the Belly Up, which unfortunately has never been released in physical form. I don't know if you can anymore, but you could get it off Mick Fleetwood's website, though it's on the streaming services. I was listening to it recently, and it's basically just Blue Again Plus. The songs go on longer. The band, even though they sounded very confident on Blue Again, they sound even better here. They're so, they know the material so well, and they stretch some of it out so long, like Rattlesnake Shake and Black Magic Woman are about 8 minutes apiece. There's an 18-minute version of World Turning, mixed with another song called Passage East, and it's all just incredible, and I guess it just wins just because there's even more of it. Like, it's a longer set list, you get more material. I would love if they released a physical form, either CD or LP, but I don't think Mick sees the money in it, so like a lot of things, he's just going to kind of drop it. Just like the last lineup of Fleetwood Mac. Ooh. They didn't see the money in it, so they just said, forget it, we're not going to do a studio album, even if Neil seemed to want to, but I won't go into that right now. So I definitely recommend Live at the Belly Up if you can get it off your streaming services. Number 5 is going to be Something Big with that deliciously awful album cover. What the heck is that? That's just, really bad Photoshop or whatever. This is called the Mick Fleetwood Band, but really it's Todd Smallwood. It's basically a solo record from him, with Mick helping him out on, percussion and drums. Mick is only instrumental on Passion. That's the only one he's like writing and all that. All the rest is written by Todd, but Mick plays the drums, obviously. You got some interesting guests on here, like Jeremy Spencer makes an appearance later on in the record, and Jackson Brown's on here actually, and John McVie stops by. So it's a really good record. The second half is maybe even better than the first. Todd sounds like John Mellencamp sometimes. He really didn't do that much other than this. Like, I found one song by him off Spotify, and it was decent. But yeah, this was good, and it's too bad that he didn't go much further, it seems, at least professionally. One weird thing about this album is just how boneheaded the sequencing is. Like, Watching Over You should be the last track. You should be able to switch that with Heaven Sent, but I don't know what they were thinking then. That's the obvious closer, and I've heard other people say that too. Um, yeah, it's a really cool record though. I'd recommend checking it out if you like that singer songwriter kind of Americana stuff. Like I said, John Mellencamp. Number 4 is going to be the Mick Fleetwood and Friends Celebrate the Music of Peter Green and the Early Years of Fleetwood Mac. Great title, Mick. Like, thanks. It's like a sentence. But anyway, this title aside, this is a lovely love letter to Peter Green's life and career and his music and his passion and all that. And you know, Peter wasn't alive for much longer after this concert was put on. He was invited to it. He declined. But you just have Mick and Rick Vito again. Mick and all his friends paying homage to this guy that inspired so many people and so many music careers. You know, Kirk Hammett is on here. Pete Townsend. One of the Gallaghers. Liam? From Oasis. Christine McVie's on here, Steven Tyler, Billy Gibbons. Man, it's a lot of fun, and everyone does a great job, even the people I don't like quite as much. David Gilmour's on here. How could I forget that? He does Albatross with them. 2 discs of just amazing playing, great passion. You know, all these guys are older now, but they're doing a fabulous job. They sound so good. The only voice that hasn't aged as well, unfortunately, is Christine. But she still gives it her all, but yeah, she just doesn't sound like she used to. But, you know, that's age and the luck of the draw for you. This is still wrapped, because I have a couple versions of the LP and the Blu-ray, which is absolutely stellar. If you have to experience it some way, it should be the Blu-ray, but we are talking about the music. If we weren't, it would rank even higher, but number 3 is going to be I'm Not Me, which I talked about recently. This is Mick with Billy Burnett. George Hawkins is back from the first Mick Fleetwood solo record. This is just really good AOR pop rock. Lots of covers. There's a Beach Boy cover that is so good it beats the Beach Boy one in my opinion. And I love that Dennis Wilson lead on Angel Come Home off the LA album, or LA the album. You got This Love. They got God Is Nowhere, which was brought back up for These Strange Times, both versions of it. Really incredible, much slept on record. If you haven't heard it, cop the tracks You Might Need Somebody and Tonight. They are absolutely great. And also Lindsey Buckingham was part of the single I Want You Back, which does just sound like a Lindsey solo hit, which is a big recommend, of course. Number 2 is Shakin' the Cage. This is some hair metal from 1992. So released when hair metal had kind of past its prime. Its best before was up. But having said that, this is an incredible record. This is one of my favorite records in the 90s. I love this one. Reach Out, Voodoo, In Your Hands, those are all great. This is Mick working with Billy Thorpe of Billy Thorpe and Aztecs, and also Becca Bramlett, who wasn't lead on too many albums, but she definitely gets some spotlight here, which is nice, because soon after this, and then being part of the Time lineup of Fleetwood Mac, she would kind of go behind the scenes and be kind of a session musician, recording with people such as Robert Plant and Billy Ray Cyrus and tons of other people. I don't know why I always mentioned Billy Ray. Like, lots of really talented people, actually. And then number 1 is going to be The Visitor. I love this one so much, and this is one of my favorite LPs from all of the Fleetwood Mac camp and extended family. Of course, you got the classic Richard Dashut sound. I'm blinding everyone with the album cover there. You got George Hawkins doing what he does best. You got Mick. You got 2 guest spots from Peter Green. George Harrison features on here. Just how authentic it sounds with the children of the village in Ghana there. I mean, the Adjo group, everyone playing on here. It's just so fun. It sounds like they had the time of their life. The music is so lively, even on the slower cuts. There's lots of little bits of percussion and stuff that really heighten the whole experience. Yeah, and it's not easy, or it's not hard rather, to find anymore. So definitely pick up a CD re-release on Wounded Bird Records, or the LP. I find it all over the place. So yeah, it's a great one. It's absolutely great. So that's Mick's underrated solo career for everybody. Please tell me what you think of these, if you've heard them, and where they would rank. I know not everyone is quite as passionate about a couple of those as I am, but I think all 7 releases are all great in their own way. They all have their own sound to them. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace out.